Murray Schultz, welcome to the Digital Farm. Can you update us on what's actually happening as we speak with the Agricultural Business Research Institute at the University of New England?
Thanks, Mike. Our institute, acronyms ABRI, delivers technology services in a commercial world, and we utilise a lot of the research that's done by other groups at the university, specifically in livestock genetics. We have a very, very close relationship with the animal science group, and specifically the animal genetics and breeding unit. One of our major commercial outcomes and products that we deliver is a product called Breed Plan, which is probably well known to many in Australia. But we deliver that to the beef cattle industry in a number of countries around the world, particularly major beef breeding countries like Canada, in the US, most of the South African industry, most of the UK industry. So if you turn up in Scotland to buy an Angus bull, or in Bloemfontein in South Africa to buy a Brahman bull, you'll be using Breed Plan technology to evaluate that animal's worth. We do work in the dairy industry, and deliver a lot of extension services to the beef cattle industry in Australia, largely to fill the void left by state departments of agriculture. But on the Breed Plan front, probably genomics is the latest new features available there. Certainly the pig breeding industry, and more recently dairy, has taken advantage of using genomics to evaluate the genetic worth of animals. Breed Plan's doing the same thing. We're probably a few years behind where the dairy industry are at the moment, but a lot of that comes from just the diversity in the beef cattle populations around the world, and the difficulties that's posed to the researchers and the scientists over the last few years to get a proper handle on how to use the DNA genomic technologies. But certainly at the moment we've integrated genomic values into Angus Breed Plan in Australia, and some of our North American work. So that's probably been the biggest change in Breed Plan most recently.
Very good. And do you find that producers are becoming more switched on to the whole genomics field and the importance for them in the future for the quality of their product on a consumer basis?
Yeah, they certainly are. We tend to work with the switched on end of the seed stock producers, and the advances that they make flow down to commercial cattlemen. Our clients, our Breed Plan users, tend to be at the top of the breeding pyramid, if you like. The genetics that they produce are sold to commercial producers, etc., etc. And at a national industry level, it often seems that it might take quite a few years for innovations at the seed stock end to flow through to the commercial producer, but that's certainly happening. And I think there are some strong incentives, particularly in the northern part of Australia, to increase the fertility in the northern herd, and genomics is a key component of that. Given that a small increase in the number of calves that are born in some of those large northern herds makes a very, very large difference to the overall outcome of the northern beef industry.
Very good. So ABRI has been around since the mid to late 70s, as I understand it. Obviously, in terms of commercialising various technologies, it's been a successful organisation. I know you're probably a bit biased here, but how do you rate its importance in terms of not only the Australian livestock industry, but global livestock industries?
We've grown as you say, Mike, we've been in existence for 40 years, and we're now we have a staff of nearly 70. We've managed to build a business around a lot of ancillary services around the edges of a lot of the technologies that we support, and we've managed to do that into a number of overseas countries. From Australian livestock producers' viewpoint, that means that the export of genetics, semen and embryos are able to be pursued a little bit more forcefully, because if the other country is using breed plan and the other country has faith in the breed plan technology from Australia, individual producers who are there trying to export semen or embryos to other countries are able to do that more easily. From a local viewpoint, we're a significant employer in Armidale outside of the government sector, and we've managed to build up a business around the technologies that have been developed by UNE researchers.
Well, just finally, Murray, what's the future look like in terms of the sort of livestock genomes and the way that the industry is going from your point of view?
Particularly the beef industry will be in a period of change over the next 5 years, I think, particularly when the amount of data that's available through DNA testing and how it's going to be used. I think that they're still at the point of being a little bit unsure of where they're going to go. So there will be a number of significant changes in that area over the next few years. But there's no escaping the fact that good quality phenotypic data, that's data measured on animals in a good structured environment is essential, even if people are going to be DNAing animals. So those people who are performance recording and taking weaning weights and scrotal sizes, etc., etc., those people are going to have to continue to do that. There's no getting away from that fact. It's an exciting period for the beef industry, and I think with the research that's been done by various CRCs and the ongoing work that research groups are doing, I think if we had the same conversation in 5 years' time, we'd look back at this period of being a period of great change, but we will have achieved something in the genetic improvement sphere.
Murray Schultz, thank you very much.